Eran.
Yay, good morning, happy Monday. On Mondays, we get the pleasure of having Eran with us and Chali coming in from Ariel, Israel. Yes, there's cheers. Lord, thank you. Thank you for our time together. Lord, let it be rich. Bless them in Israel there. Lord, oh, I was just studying about this. Maybe Eran can correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but the whole, one of the words for the Lord is called Shomer Israel, or the one who guards Israel, or the one who watches over, the guardian of Israel. That's what the Lord says he'll do in Psalm 121.
He that keepeth Israel.
I'm going to mute Fred. There we go. It says in verse 4 of Psalm 121, verse 3, he will not allow your foot to be moved, speaking of Israel, and he who keeps you will not slumber. For he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. So good news there, and something that we want to keep praying into, the promises of Scripture. Eran, thank you so much for joining. And in your update today, Eran, I wouldn't mind if you included, help us understand, who is this MK guy in the Knesset who needs ousting? What question one I had for you. Question two is, can you comment also on the Suez Canal crisis, and how does that affect, prices or whatever? I think a lot of that produce, or a lot of that cargo, is now going overland as opposed to being subject to the Houthis. So just those two things plus whatever else you have. So Eran, thank you. Appreciate you so much.
So, shalom everybody. I hope that you're okay, and I'm really excited to see you all. Racheli and me, not me, Racheli, I don't know, but in a couple of minutes, the IDF spokesman is going to say announcement about the Bibas family, the redhead, the woman with the two children.
Oh, wow.
So Racheli will look, because I cannot do both.
Okay.
So Racheli, if you can see what Daniel Agari said, if there is something that we have to share, everybody, please do it. And know that all the world know these babies and mother and father, of course, but the babies are becoming a symbol of the war. So everybody now is focusing on the TV to see. The idea is that there is a lot of reports about they killed while they're going from the kibbutz to Gaza. But the movie that we have that they're going to show, I hope this is the one that are going to show, that there was kidnapped and they got to to be in Gaza safe. And if something happened to them, it's happened because somebody killed them or murdered them. But we don't know. It's a lot of rumors around this 6 o'clock evening. So yes, the war is continue in all the fronts. I will give an update in a minute, but before that, I would like to share this portion of Shabbat, the name of that and the idea behind that. It's called the portion of donation, truma. Truma in Hebrew, in English is donation. And the idea is that, when the temple and the tabernacle was built, it was built by people. People created, people brought their skills, their money, their time, and they built that. And we can see after that, we can see that this is the first temple, and then we can see that in King David, in Chronicles 1, said that he volunteered with all the people to build that. What I want to say in this beginning is that what we are seeing in Israel since the 7th of October, it's how the civilians in Israel are to participate in the war, how people are volunteering. So we saw that in the volunteering in the reserve, they call people 120% came. People volunteer to come to fight. People are donate money. When the Ministry of Education didn't function, we as an organization go to do activities for the refugees. but we are small. There is a lot of people that take care of food and equipment to the soldiers. And what we can see in this midst of war, it's people that donate and choose to donate and choose to connect to the idea and give the best that they have, money, time, and resource. And I cannot feel the same with all of you that in the call. You know, you choose to volunteer. You choose to volunteer. You are praying for Israel every day. You are giving from your heart. You know, I think that the most sacred and personal thing is praying. And when I'm praying in the morning with the Lord, or when I'm coming to sing, to show my love to God. I'm sure I thanks for all the things that He put in our life, the great things that happened through madness and war, and I would like to say thank you for each and every one of you that you are choosing to put on your prayer Israel, that you are choosing to walk hand by hand with Israel and to partnering with Israel. And it shows if you can, the people that in this call every week, you can see that every week we are bringing something that happened in the portion of Shabbat, because building the, it's not Mountain Sinai and all the story. It's a story about build that it's a lot of details here. But the things that I choose to do and to take from that is the donation. And I think that the DNA of us together, as people are donate things, I think this is something that is very unique to the Jewish people, but you also, that you choose to choose the Jewish people to put on your prayer, and to Israel to choose on your prayer. And I think that this is very, very relevant for what saying. When I was in the US and met some of you there, the spiritual donation is something that you cannot, you know, money, you can know how much money you are giving. This is easy and it's important. And you know, we say it in Israel, in Hebrew, that if you want the Torah, you need money. Okay, you cannot just speaking the. But money, you can say, I gave $100, I'm a Gideon. But to prayer, and to bring from your soul and from your inside to another person, I think this is the one of the amazing present that a human being can give to another. And I think this is our responsibility, a mutual responsibility on each other. Because when somebody here is not going to feel good, the intercessor from JH Israel are going to pray for him. So in a way, the donation here, the spiritual donation, for me, it's something that it's amazing. And it's coming from the heart, it's a time, but this is the big issue. And this is show me every day or every week how much the Bible is relevant. It's relevant in a lot of perspective, and you don't have to look for the answers. Or if somebody say, okay, what I'm going to need with my time, or who I'm going to pray, it's written in the Bible. Prayer for the Jewish people, prayer for your friend, prayer for prayer for the orphan, prayer for the widows. It's written in Psalms. It's written all over. The donation, to give from your heart, it's something that it's really important. And I have to say to you that for me, the meeting here on Mondays, and for Racheli, this is something that we are speaking a lot between us. This is something that we are feeling, you know, in Israel, we have the kibbutz. In the kibbutz, people are living together. Everybody share what he can to the table. He bring it to the table. Someone know to cook, someone know to build, someone know to. But together here in this Monday call, we are feeling that we are among family, among our kibbutz, our community. So thank you very much for that, and think about it. And I'm learning to release and not to invention. You just need to open the portion of Shabbat and understand what God wants from us. And it's really easy when you're releasing and not going and look in the places that you cannot find. And yesterday we saw that in one of the high schools that we have been there. We start speaking with the students about leadership in this darkness, and you know, we are bringing to the students. Every one of us is bringing a character. I'm bringing King David. Yaniv is bringing Caleb. And yesterday, one of our trainers bring Joseph, and speak with the students about the leadership of Joseph, and about how you are buried in a very dark place, and after that you can be a great leader. But you have to be humble. You have to be a lot of things of that, and this is all written. So, you know, thank the Lord that we have the opportunity to bring the Bible to others, and every one of the students choosing another character, but we are just serving them the opportunity to do it. And all of that we are opening in the National Leadership Center. Tomorrow we have Student Youth in Risk that was in the South, one of the boarding school that they are coming tomorrow to the National Leadership Center. We have the blessed to do it in the midst of the war, but not just the war. And, you know, it's the environment. You are open the TV and you see that that people that work for the UN, what they did in the 7th of October, they came with cars and pick bodies and bring the bodies back to the Gaza, because everybody worth $10,000. Think about how crazy they are, or how they are brainwashed with hate. This is people that work in humanitarian organization that is sponsored by all over all the countries in the world support. This is what the people did in that day. 30 of them was helping directly to kill people.
Terrible.
Okay, so Racheli said to me that, correct me if I'm wrong, what I understood, it's the right thing. They didn't murder. If they left Israel and go to be hostages in Gaza, they was alive couple of days after what's happened. They didn't was murder. Or if they don't know if they're alive or dead, but we know that there was alive while there was couple of days after prison. On Friday, on Shabbat, we have terror inside Israel. In the middle of Israel, a guy from the east of Jerusalem, Arab Israeli, came and shoot in one of the junction. It was on Friday, I'm sorry, and he killed people inside Israel. There is a new idea that starting to be spread, by the way, by the U.S. A solution of two states to two nations. And I'm asking myself if this is the time to give prizes to the people that killed and murdered Jewish people in the 7th of October. You know, I'm asking myself if President Biden wants to make Yahya Sinwar the Arab Ben Gurion, because this is what they're doing, to give a prize on terror. This is something that I think that cannot I cannot think about it. Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke about it with Anthony Blinken, and we are not going to open to that. Not in this time. Benny Gantz said, for me, is what we have. There is a conference in Germany a couple of days ago, and President Herzog showed a book that his title is "The End of Jewish People." This is a book that was written by Mahmoud el-Zahar. He was one of the founders of Hamas. This is the notebook that was killed, to bringing an idea how and why to kill Jewish people. I'm wondering all the time about comparing, and I did it before, comparing the Holocaust to what's happening the 7th of October. So I don't want to measure blood because it's 6 million and what's happened here. But what I'm measuring here is from the Crystal Night, the Germans, but very systematically plan how to kill the Jewish people. The Nazi have a Torah before the Holocaust. Couple of years great years before the Holocaust, Hitler and his party was planning how to murder and kill Jews, how to make a solution that is going to take the Jewish people of the world. Hamas is doing the same. Hamas is doing the same. He is right.
Yeah.
He's not just a gang. He's not a gang of terrorists or criminals. This is organization with a vision that's sitting and writing his curriculum, his Torah, very, very careful by very intellectual people that is doing that. In the north, it continued to be a war. Missiles every day. Then the day. The people that are living in the north, they are not living in the north. And this is people that are not living there from the 7th of October. By the way, on top of their problems, the government let them know that in the end of March, they're going to leave the hotels. Where they're going to go? Hezbollah is continue to shoot missiles. So these people that are living in very small places, they announce that they are going to go back to their houses, and they're not going to go to their houses. In the meantime, in Tel Aviv, there is a lot of starting demonstration against Netanyahu government, behalf of the hostages. A lot of people going outside. There is a lot of demonstration, and what is concerned, and I very encourage you to pray for that, is the unity inside Israel. Even the unity among the hostages is not 100%. It's becoming a very, very significant discussion in Israel. What is right to continue to fight and to bring them, or to stop the war and bring them. And there is a lot of negotiation, demonstration, and an agreement about it. And I think that the first 3 months was among unity between the Jewish people. Now we are starting the cracks. And cracks is bad because, in my perspective, and a lot of experts say, I'm not an expert, I just say my opinion, because of these cracks, Hamas felt very comfortable to attack us because he was thinking that we are weak. He was thinking that he can attack us and we are going to sit in the inside. About the National Leadership Center, again, in Judea and Samaria, there is a lot of war, a lot of accidents, a lot of things that happen. And one of the things that is going to be the big issue is the Ramadan. The Ramadan is the holiday that the Muslims are celebrating. And now again, there is a big discussion. They're going to the Temple Mount. And now there is discussion who is going to be there or who is not going to be there, and all the discussion and the situation, and the fact that the Palestinians don't have work since the 7th of October. These people don't going to work, they don't have money. So with the midst of that, the Ramadan is going to be, and I'm praying that the bad scenario that the Palestinians and the Arabs, Israeli, are going to start huge riots in Jerusalem, in the mutual city like Haifa, Akko, the city that Arabs and Jewish living together like was before. And I'm praying that this is not going to be explode, because if we are fighting in Gaza and if we are fighting in the north, this is something that we can control. But start fighting inside Israel, this is going to be a different story. And I'm praying that this holiday is going to be okay. And we have the wisdom to manage that. And Benjamin Netanyahu and his government cabinet are going to manage that in a smart way to do it. About the member of the parliament that you asked, Patricia, this is a guy that is very left, is a radical left a person that didn't deny or saying something against what's happened about what's happened in the 7th of October. He's a member in the Arab, very left, and he speaking against the IDF and against he's speaking, he's crying, he's shouting the cry of the Palestinian in Gaza, but he's not saying things about that. He is something that I personally don't think that he worth to be in the Knesset, but again, this is Democrat. I don't think that it's going to be, and if even the Knesset is going to say that it's not going to be a member of the Knesset, I think that the Supreme Court will bring him
Okay.
back. I think by law it's going to be that. The Houthim are, this is something that threat all of us, by the way. It's threat
Yeah.
all of us because now ships are attacked. They have to move slower. They have to do more way, and all of this is going to be impact the pockets of all of us because everything, like in the COVID, everything is going to be more expensive. You are going, if you order a car, you need to wait a year to get it, or think that it's more. So it's impact all of us, and this is something that I don't think that is good, of course. And in the midst of that, again, we are working in the National Leadership Center. We have a blast of rain, which is great, but it stops us in a way. But the activity that we are operating in the National Leadership Center, the activities, the students are coming, the IDF is coming. On this Thursday, I think we have an event of another 300 soldiers that are going to celebrate with their families in the National Leadership Center. We are going outside, which is amazing to see how thirsty the children and the teachers to speak about the trauma, to speak about what they're thinking about, to start thinking about where they're going to be a year from now, because it's a huge question mark about the future. If Hezbollah is going to shoot 2 missiles on Haifa, the game is changing immediately. We are living here in an environment that we are in a war, but if you are going to Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, the coffee shops and the restaurants are full. And this is a bless. This is a bless. But this can be changed in 2 minutes if Hezbollah is going to shoot on Israel. So the bless is that, and the schedule is full or advanced, and this is really a bless for us to see how in the midst of the area that we are living in, Judea and Samaria, our beautiful place is continue to be open. People are coming for a day. We and start speaking with them about purpose in life. We take schools, and we bring the parents and the team. We have a lot of already booked for the and the fresh one was killing from the 7th of October. We 7 groups like that of very, very fresh. It's going to be very challenging, but this is something that we are called Ministry of Defense and with the Ministry of and the organization. In the midst of all this madness and stress and the situation that we are living in, like Heather said, the washing machine that we are living, all of us, I'm finding a lot of comfort in what's happening in the National Leadership Center. When we are as a team coming, we have we can hear the laughter of the children. We can see the the moments that we see the teachers tries to see the because in the day diving again to the grades and to the tests and the missions, and in the end suddenly the see the child and the thing that happened, and he can communicate with them, and this is the bless. The Lord prepare us for this moment to be there. I'm going to the beginning of the conversation, Patricia.
Yeah.
The decision to donate and to prayer and to be part of the mission is us. The Lord gives, He gives us wisdoms, He gives us the knowledge to read, the time, but we need to choose that. And thank you very much for all of you to choose to stand with Israel and to pray for Israel and to be part of these historical times, because you are going to remember and your children are going to be blessed because of the fact that in 2023 91 or 91 people united here, Christian, praying for the future and the strength of the Jewish people. You are going to bless by that. You're blessed by that, but most of us, Racheli and me, as the representing of the Jews in this call, we are blessed by your prayers and by the wings that you are open and cover and guard Israel. So thank you very much for that
Wow, wow, wow.
contribution.